Namasarvebhyaha. Let us begin the session with a prayer. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guroho matirasti gurau mama pahi guro. ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा कुरुवे सेवाञ्च कायेन वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्नि ह्यालयं रमते मुदा संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारं विन्दते नात्र संशयः. Ram 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 everyone. I welcome you all to the course first class of Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram batch 3. So after completing the 2 batches of Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, we are here in the batch 3. So today is the first class, that is the 16th September 2024. And this course will happen every Monday and Wednesday. The timing is from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So the teacher for this course is Mahodaya Shri Rajesh Anadaramu. So I would like to give a small introduction about Mahodaya. Shri Rajesh Mahodaya has more than 20 years of teaching experience in teaching shlokas and Sanskrit. He has successfully completed 2 batches of Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram through Vyoma, impacting more than 6,500 students. So he is proficient in Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, and many stotras. A very warm welcome, Mahodaya. We are very happy to have you again. Ram Ram Ram. So I would like to give a small demo of how to join the class. So first, you will have to open the web page www.sanskritfromhome.org and then log in with your credentials. Just give me a second. So this I have already logged in using my credentials. In this, you will have to go to My Learning, which will take you to the student dashboard. In the dashboard, you would see all the Vyoma courses that you have enrolled in. And on the right hand side, you will see the classes that is scheduled for today that you have enrolled in. So here is Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. When the teacher starts the class, you will see this Join Now button. You can click on it and it will take you to the Zoom class. And when you go to the course page, just a minute. So on the right hand side, on the left hand side, you will see the contents that is given. This is loading. So you can download it from here. So I would like to give a small other things as well. Yeah. So since this is a webinar class, you will already be on mute by default. If you would like to ask questions or clarify any queries, you can raise your hand using this raise hand button. There is also a Q&A option which you can click and you can ask your questions, put your questions, and by the end of the class or whenever the teacher feels comfortable or convenient, he will clarify your queries and questions. So this is the unmute and mute button. So when the teacher asks you to unmute, please unmute and answer. So it is recommended that you use better headphones so that the audio quality is good. And we also have our Vyoma's app, which is 100% ad-free, Sanskrit from Home beta version. This is available both in the Android phones and in iOS. So this is very helpful because you can take your classes from anywhere and anytime and access your content as well. So all the features that you see in the website is there in the mobile app as well. So the notification announcements to enrolling and explore what are the courses are there in Vyoma, that can be easily done using your mobile phones. So these are the QR code for installing the app. You can scan this, or we'll also be sharing the link in the chat box. You can click that and install the app. So if you have any queries, please email to us to sanskritfromhome@vyomalabs.in, or you can call our customer seva support using this number. And one more important thing is, when you are attending the class, please make sure that you close all the other tabs so that there is no lag in the video and the audio quality. Yeah. And we also have a WhatsApp group formed for this course. If you have already got a mail for that, please click on it and you can join the WhatsApp group. We'll also be sharing the link to join the WhatsApp group in the chat box. You can click on it and join the group so that it is easy for communication. Dhanyavadaha. Over to you, Mahoday. Ram Ram.
गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ अविघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं धीभक्त्यादिगुणार्णवं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिं सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा हयग्रीव हयग्रीव हयग्रीवेति यो वदेत् तस्य निस्सरते वाणी जह्नुकन्या प्रवाहवत् विना वेङ्कटेशं ननाथो ननाथः सदा वेङ्कटेशं स्मरामि स्मरामि हरे वेङ्कटेश प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रियं वेङ्कटेश प्रयच्छ प्रयच्छ असाध्य साधक स्वामिन् असाध्यं तव किं वद रामदूत दया सिन्धो मत्कार्यं साधय प्रभो राम 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 Welcome to all of you for Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram course. Give me 1 second while I share my screen. Okay. Hope you are able to see my screen. Shivani, can you confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
And you are able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Welcome once again for all of you for Learn to Chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Before we begin this class, first of all, my pranamas to all the elderly people who are in this journey. There are many of you who are much more elder, much more knowledgeable, much more experienced than me. I would definitely salute to all of you, and thank all of you for joining this journey of learning to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Also, congratulations to all the younger generation people who have joined this course. This course, as Bhagini mentioned in the introduction, we will learn to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram over the next 4 to 5 months. We will have close to about 34 to 35 classes. Every class starts from every class starts on Monday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Also, at the beginning itself, I want to thank all of you for giving me an opportunity for going through this journey of Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram once again with all of you. It is definitely, I am very blessed to be with all of you, to be going in this journey along with all of you. Many thanks to Vyoma also for giving all of us an opportunity, all of us a platform for learning to chant the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Now, many of you will be familiar with Vishnu Sahasranama. Some of you are familiar, some of you already know Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Some of you, this could be the learning. The difference is, in this course, we will learn to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram with right pronunciation. So that's what we are trying to achieve in this course, is that how do we chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram with right pronunciation. So that is also the focus of the class. That is one, right? And then in the coming classes, maybe in the next class, we'll also talk about few tips about right pronunciation. What are some of the smaller pronunciation tips that are there, so that all of you or all of us are familiar with those tips? That is what we will also cover. And maybe in the next Monday class, that is the next Wednesday, we will talk about the pronunciation tips. And in the next Monday, we will also talk about what is Vishnu Sahasranama. Of course, the main meaning is the 1,000 names of Vishnu, as the name indicates. What is the context? What is the importance of Vishnu Sahasranama? Why do we have to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram? What are the benefits, etc.? That we will learn maybe in our upcoming classes. Most probably we'll try to do that in our next week class, which is next Monday. That is what we'll also cover. Now, I also want to spend maybe about a minute in terms of giving a background about what do we cover in this course. What is covered in this course is, in Vishnu Sahasranama, before we start off with the 1,000 names of Vishnu, there is also dhyana shlokas of about 30 plus. So we will learn those dhyana shlokas starting from Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu. We will start with that. So 30 shlokas of dhyana shlokas. Then 108 shlokas which contains the 1,000 names of Vishnu Sahasranama. That's the core of Vishnu Sahasranama. We will learn that. And then there are also Phalashruti of Vishnu Sahasranama. There are another about 33 plus shlokas. So totally all put together about 100, close to about 170 shlokas that we will learn over the period of 30 to 35 classes. That is what we will learn. Now, as I said, this course is learn to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Hence, what is not covered is the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram is not covered in this class. Now, when we go to see the slides, to increase the interest of all of us, all the participants, there are also meanings that you will see that is written on the slides. These meanings, these are meanings just to kind of get a very superficial understanding of the nama. So in the last two batches, when we were doing the class, there were many feedback that we also want to understand the meaning. So hence, this is a very at a fish at a very surface level, the meaning is given. These meanings are fully based on, as you can see here, traditional commentaries that we have gone through. However, there are, as like in many other granthas, there are different interpretations that can be done, different meanings that can be explained for the Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Whichever is most generally, most widely accepted, that is what we have tried to capture. Now, however, we will not dwell more time in terms of the meaning. So you can, all the participants can read through the meanings, but we will not spend time in terms of understanding the meaning. So please do, if there are any specific questions related to meanings, this is not the course. So we will not be answering any of those questions in the class. So meanings is not covered. Any stories or any explanation, any commentaries is not covered in this class. I want to set that expectation right. So that is not covered. Also, any of the grammatical peculiarities is not covered in this class. However, while we'll touch on whatever is required for the right pronunciation, things like very simple things like Mahaprana, Anuswara, Visarga, those kind of things, we will mention the terms and we will tell about how to pronounce, how to chant. But however, we will not talk about the grammatical peculiarities of these things. That is also not covered in this course. However, there is a different course in Vyoma which is already there, recorded session is already there by Dr. Jayaraman, where based on Shankaracharya's commentary, the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama is there. Interested participants can go through. It is already there. It's a free course which is there. Please attend, whoever is interested in learning the meanings of the shloka. So, just to recap, what is covered is Dhyana Shloka, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram of 108 shlokas, and Phalashruti is covered. What is not covered is meanings of the shloka, stories or explanations or any commentaries or in depth of any grammatical specialities is not covered in this session. How will be the format of this class? Will be, as you know, this is about 60 minutes class. In the 60 minutes, we will spend close to about 10 minutes in terms of doing the revision of what we learned in the previous class. That is what we will do. We will spend another 10 minutes in terms of practicing what we learned in this class. And we'll spend about 40 minutes in terms of learning the new shlokas. So that is 40 plus 10 plus 10. However, as we proceed further, what will happen is we will also have some questions. We will try to answer many of those questions at the end of the class. At the end of the class, we will try to answer. The request for all of you is, while the class is running, while there is an option for you to raise hand and or ask questions, etc., my sincere request to all of you is, hold on to your questions. Do not type while the class is on. Do not do or raise your hands during the class, because what happens is, either for me or for the panelists who will be there, it could slightly be disturbing if I go start answering the questions then and there while we are learning the shlokas. We'll spend time in terms of answering the questions. We'll not be able to learn the shloka. So we'll keep our focus more on learning the shloka, and maybe at the end of the class we'll try to answer any of the questions that could be coming. So please hold on to your questions or raise your hand, or there will be time that will be given. You can ask your questions, raise your hand and ask your questions there at the end of the class. That is the request. So that's how we will be doing. That's the format of the shloka. Now we might do the revision of the previous class either in the beginning or in the end, depending on how much we are covering in the class. So we might someday we might start with the revision of what we did in the previous class. Someday we might start with the new shlokas itself. So try to be depending on how much we want to cover. So there again, one more request is, try to be joining the class maybe 5 minutes earlier. So if it is starting at 7 o'clock IST, I'm assuming that, not assuming, so we'll go by the Indian Standard Time. So irrespective of what the time in your time zone is. Please join 5 minutes earlier to the class so that all of us get the benefit of the class starting from the first minute. That is one. Now, how will be the format of this class? For some of you who have attended other courses, it will be familiar. But for some of the people who are new for the course from Vyoma, it will be chanter and chantee. So the Ucharana and Anucharana, that's the format where the teacher will teach the shloka. There will be panelists who will repeat the shloka twice, which is Anucharanam twice. So now what you should do is listen when the teacher is chanting or teaching the shloka, and when the anucharana is happening, when the panelist is doing the anucharana, you can also do the anucharana along with them, but be on mute. Do not, I don't think that you will have the option to unmute. Even if you have, please do not unmute. Be on mute and keep chanting and chant loudly. That is when we will be able to learn the chant without any mistakes, with right pronunciation. So one of the tip is also that chant loudly. When I say loudly, you should be able to hear your own chanting, right? So that is one thing. That's the format. So teacher will teach, the panelists will repeat twice. So you also repeat twice, but be on mute. That is how it will be. And then in the shloka, let me go to one shloka and okay. So in the, this is for just an example. So Narayanan namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasan tato jayamudiriyat. This is how the shloka is. So now how it will happen is Narayanan namaskritya, that is one pada we call. This is 1/4 of the shloka. So we'll teach one quarter, then we'll learn one full line, and then we will learn the entire shloka. So at least we would have covered 3 times each shloka. So ideally, we should be able to almost get the right pronunciation by the time we finish the shloka. So that is the whole expectation, that you will be able to chant very clearly by the time we repeat the shloka 3 times. So that's the format of the class. And as I said, in the end of the class, there will be also, we will revise whatever the new shlokas that we learnt in the class. So there will be option given. You can raise your hand, whoever wants to chant, whoever wants to practice. And I will try to call out the names, and then we can, whoever gets a chance will be able to. As many of you could be able to see, I guess there are about 100 plus participants in this course. There could be more. In fact, the total registration is more, which means that not everyone will be able to get chance to recite or practice in every class. Maybe let's say if we learn 10 new shlokas in a class, maybe there will be about 8 to 10 people will get chance in one day. Maybe in the next class, maybe the 10 other new people will get. So maybe in third class, 10 other people. So that's how we will proceed. If you get a chance today to chant, please hold. Next week, do not raise your hand. Let other people also get the chance. So like that, we'll try to cover as many people as possible. When the course is running, there will be specific classes which will be only for doing the practice session. We will try to give chance to as many people as possible during those classes. We'll have few classes only for practice sessions. So during that time, all of us will try to give chance for as many people as possible during those practice sessions. With that, I guess we will start the shlokas, learning the shlokas. Now, since this is the first week, we have spent close to about half an hour in terms of giving the instructions and giving some background and format of what the class will be. We will try to learn 3-4 shlokas today. And then, as I said, in the Wednesday class, we will hear some pronunciation tips. We'll try to hear some pronunciation tips. And then we'll in the class after that, we will also hear about the importance of Vishnu Sahasranama, why should we chant, etc., etc. Now, when you're seeing the shlokas today, you will see these some colors. You will see this green, yellow colors on the screen. Now, for today's class, do not worry much about what is it. As I said, in the next class, when you hear the pronunciation tips, you will get to know what are these colors for. You will get to, then we'll talk more about it. With that, I welcome all of you once again for this blissful journey of learning to chant Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram. Again, today is for many of you who are practicing, especially in the southern part of India, today is Ananta Chaturdashi. That Ananta Padmanabha bless all of us and help all of us to learn this Vishnu Sahasranama lot more easily, and let him bless all of us. Shivani? Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं
Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam
शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
Prasannavadanam Dhyayet
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
Sarvavighnopashantaye
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
Okay, this is what we call as one pada. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnu. This is one we learned is pada by pada. Now we will learn one full line. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम् शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
So this is line by line. So we first was pada by pada. That was the first one. Second one was full line. Now we'll go to the next step, which is third step, where we will chant full shloka. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम् प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम् प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
We'll go to the next one. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम्
शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम्
शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम्
पराशरात्मजं वन्दे
पराशरात्मजं वन्दे पराशरात्मजं वन्दे
शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम् शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम्
पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम् व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय
व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे
व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे
नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये
नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये
वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे
नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः
अविकाराय शुद्धाय
अविकाराय शुद्धाय अविकाराय शुद्धाय
नित्याय परमात्मने
नित्याय परमात्मने नित्याय परमात्मने
सदैकरूपरूपाय
सदैकरूपरूपाय सदैकरूपरूपाय
विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने
अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने
सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण
जन्म संसारबन्धनात्
जन्म संसारबन्धनात् जन्म संसारबन्धनात्
विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै
विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै
विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे
विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात्
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात्
विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे
विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे
यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे।
Dhanyawad. So now, as you would have observed, so we have the Devanagari script, some shlokas written, and then in the blue color, and in the red you will see in English. You will see that in the English letters. Now that is in the red color, and then what you see in the black color in the smaller font is the meaning of the words which are here. So that's how it should be read, right? So first you have in the blue color bold, you have Devanagari Lipi, and then so that's how all the shlokas will be. In red color you will have the English chanting, easy to chant for some people who do not know Sanskrit. It is you can read in English. That's how the English. That's why the English is there. Then what is there in black is the meaning that you can read, right? So that is how all the shlokas will be there moving forward, right? So now, as I said again, in the next class we will talk about what are these colors, why is it, and when if you see a color, what we should do, all those things you will get to know in the next class. Now, because today is the first class, I understand many of you might have many questions either on the format of the class or in general about Vishnu Sahasranama. So we will have little more time for the answering the question, answering any of the questions. Again, I repeat, if please do not ask any questions related to meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama or grammatical peculiarity of some of the words, etc. We will not go into it because that itself is huge, is a big topic by itself. Anything related to the class, anything related to chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama, we can talk, we can answer now. Maybe what I'll do is I will stop sharing, and then maybe I will call out the names and then of some people who have raised the hands, and I can take few questions till the time we have. There are some people who have, okay, oh, there are many people. Okay. Shilpa Bhagini, you have a question, you can unmute and ask your question. It is written Shilpa. You can unmute if you are there.
Yes, I am here. Namaskaram. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful class. I actually have one question. Will the script be available for us to take a printout of it? And maybe I joined the class like 5 minutes late. Was it covered? And I just wanted this clarification, or if there is any book which will complement this course.
Thank you for asking this question and also helping me to answer, which this I had missed telling. Yes, the script of this will be uploaded in the home page of the course, right? I don't think it is uploaded yet, but it will be uploaded maybe before the next class. Hopefully it will be uploaded, so you should be able to download this and take a printout, either soft copy or hard copy. You can use it. It will be uploaded in the home page of the course. You can use that. We are also planning to have it in different languages. Not sure how far we'll be successful there, but we'll also try to do not only in some Devanagari Lipi, we'll also try to do it in other languages. But Sanskritam for sure, Devanagari Lipi for sure, it will be there in the home page. You will be able to download, take printout, or use soft copy for your practicing for the classes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dhanyawadaha. You can mute yourself. Sandeep Khanna, you will be able to unmute and ask your question.
Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskaram. Please go ahead.
Sir, it was the same question that Shakaji just now asked, about the
Okay.
availability. We can
Sure,
decide
no problem.
of us.
Okay, great. Yeah, if you have the same question, if others have same questions, you can lower your hand. If the other questions, you can definitely ask. Sandeep Khannaji, if you can mute yourself, that will be helpful. Next is Vanashri Singh. Can you please unmute and ask your question? Vanashri Singh. Maybe not able to. Okay, we'll come later. Sandhya Iyengar. You can.
Hello.
Namaste. Please ask your question.
Hello.
Ha, namaste.
Namaste,
Ram,
sir.
Ram. Please tell me.
Ram Ram. Can you hear me?
I can hear. Please go ahead with your question.
My question is that though I was reading it, but I was not clear. But thanks to this wonderful vyoma-samskrta fan, where I am getting an opportunity to learn. Thanks a lot. Rest all that Shilpa madam has already asked, so I don't want to ask him.
Very good. Excellent.
Thank
So
you.
the request for all of you is please attend the class regularly so that all of us get the most of it. Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Because most of the people start reading very fast. So at that time, I always get which line they have gone by, why they are running. But now I can understand what is the importance of it.
Dhanyawad. You
Dhanyawad.
can please mute yourself. Next is PV Ramadas. Please unmute, ask your question.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
See, I have one question. When you are reciting slokas, how the visarga has to be pronounced. For example, when you say Vyasam Vashta Naptaram Sikte Pautramakalmasham, that is one. Another one, Namo Vai Brahmanadaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. In this visarga, when it comes inside the between the line, how it has to be pronounced? It has to be pronounced normally or any difference?
Okay. My request is please hold this question for one more week. Next week, as I said in the beginning, in our next class, that is on the class on Wednesday, we will talk about pronunciation tips. So one of the point that we'll also cover is how do we pronounce the visarga? Exactly your question. Thanks for asking that question. We will talk about it. Hold this question for Wednesday's class. After that, you will get in the Wednesday class, you will get the answer for this, Mahodaya.
So, no, my only thing is it in between visarga and the end of the sloka visarga, is there any difference?
Correct. So while yes, there is slightly a difference, also depending on which letter is there next.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So which letter is next? So betting on all that also, and if it is in between the shloka at the end of the padam or end of the shloka, so those are some of the things that will be there. That will be covered in the Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Dhanyawad. Next is Sumati.
Ram Ram, sir. Fourth shloka, sir. This Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram, it is Vyasam or Vyasam?
Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram. That's how it is pronounced.
Okay.
Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram. Again, same. If can I chant it as Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram? Yes, of course you can. We can chant. Why it is Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram? Again, we will cover that during our pronunciation tips. Wait for one more class on Wednesday. We will cover. It is Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram, but while we are chanting, the more precise way of pronunciation of the shloka is Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram.
Okay, sir. Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad. Next is Asha Nambiyar. Please unmute and you can ask your question.
Ram, sir.
Ram.
Sir, this is the third stanza. The first line. Shakte Pautramakalmasham. In that, I can see there's something else in the middle. Is there something else between Shakte and Pautramakalmasham?
Excellent. I'm very happy with all the enthusiasm and the interest of all of you. This is I'm very happy of being in the class. Yes, there is something. What is that? Again, pronunciation tips. Intentionally we have not covering the pronunciation tips in the class 1. Earlier, if you go to the batch 2, in earlier batches, we were covering the pronunciation tips in the class 1. But what happened was, it became overwhelming for many of the participants, and then, oh, this is very difficult. So that's why we are now done. For now, yes, there is something in between. What is that something? In fact, Mahodaya, who asked the question some time back, also answered that question. Yes, there is a visarga in between. Why is that? There is a some symbol instead of visarga. I will answer that after in the you will, in fact, you will get, I need not have to answer, you will get the answer after the Wednesday class. For now, just have it as Shaktef Pautram Kalmasham. That is how it is pronounced. Vyasam Vasishthanaptaram Shaktef Pautram Kalmasham. You can hear that fa, slightly fa, the in between. Shaktef Pautram Kalmasham. That is how it is pronounced. What is there in between? You will hear on Wednesday for sure. You will get. You will tell me the answer after Wednesday.
Dhanyawada, sir.
Dhanyawada. Anuj Agarwal. Oh, sorry. My bad. Anju Agarwal. Please unmute and ask the question.
Yeah, my question is regarding the chanting part. If I were to chant, I mean, normally we chant the starting Dhyana Shloka, main stotra, and the Falshruti also. But suppose sometimes we have less time, can we just do the main stotra?
Good question. I will keep this question and we'll see if we can answer in our next Monday class. While in general, so if you go by what our ancestors, our great grandfathers have told us, that you have to do the Veda Parayana every day, you have to do the Ramayana Parayana every day, you have to do the Bhagavata Parayana every day, etc., right? And then we have reduced that, condensed that to a smaller version. We can do, let's say, one sarga of Ramayana, one sarga of Bhagavata, like that. And then that is also not possible. Then we have come to, okay, now we can do the Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam. That also we are not able to do. We'll do 108, only the Sahasranama Parayanam. Now there is also there, maybe we'll try covering in one of the class, that there are also people who says, just tell Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Tell one that shloka, that is also equal to Sahasranama Stotra. Is also, that is also there. There are many people who says it. Now, it is again depending on how much time we have, etc., depending on all those things. But one thing is, Bhagavan is happy with whatever we say. How much ever, if we are telling one nama of Bhagavan, he is happy. If we tell 1000 nama also, he is happy. So it is depending on our convenience. For our own convenience, we try to make that in terms of how much we want to chant. Now, should we do, is there a rule that we have to do all three together, or we have to do only this? We cannot do. It is based on what is more important is bhakti, Shraddha and bhakti with which we offer ourselves to Bhagavan. That is what is more important. However, we'll try to get to know more colors of this when we try to know more the importance of Vishnu Sahasranama, why we have to do, etc. We'll try to cover that. We'll try to cover a little more into it.
Sure.
Hope you get some answers for it. Thank you.
I did. My purpose of asking was it takes a lot of time and sometimes we run short of time. So rather than not doing anything or rather than doing half of it, is it more important to do stotra?
Agree. So yeah, different versions to it. Yes, of course, like the way you said, Shri Rama Rama Rameti is also kind of is also good depending on the time. Dhanyawada.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So maybe I know there are many other people who have raised question, who have raised your hands. We have reached 8 o'clock, so we'll end our today's class. We'll try to answer more questions. Maybe in our first two or three classes, we'll try to get more questions. Then after that, I know there will be more questions in the initial days, but as we go further into our journey, we'll focus more time on learning the new shlokas. With that, we'll end our today's class. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyamtu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Ram, Ram, Ram. Will all of you hope to see all of you in the Wednesday class? We'll see there. Ram, Ram, Ram.